Episode 4 of Poker Face, titled The Taste of Human Blood. The guest stars in this week's episode are Kumail Nanjiani and Gabby Hoffman. Hoffman plays a cop named Fran who has been competing for a Best Cop of the Year award in Florida for 6 years running, and all 6 years has lost to another cop named Joe, played by Nanjiani, who's now become a TikTok star named Gator Joe, who goes around arresting people with his pet alligator. He looks pretty funny in the episode. But she does not take him seriously at all. In fact, in the last awards ceremony, they're the only two contenders, and they have their pictures side by side, and underneath her photo is a list of all of her real accomplishments as a police officer, and underneath his name it just says 12 million followers on TikTok. So 6 years of losing to this guy who she does not take seriously has kind of driven her crazy, and in her craziness she gives him an alligator laxative, solely to embarrass him, make him shit his pants on stage, but she gives him too much of it and inadvertently winds up killing him. And as one does, she then gives his pet alligator, Daisy, meth to drive her crazy and have her eat his corpse, which it does. And the show does this really well, where they show you the events, and then they show you kind of the events again, a quick recap, with Charlie in the background off to the side in most of the major plot points. And she was here the whole time. She has joined an animal liberation society thing, or whatever it's called. And she has a clean slate from the mafia is no longer after her. And the organization she's part of is trying to free Daisy from Gator Joe. But this is when she runs into Fran. Using her power, she does get Fran to eventually confess to the murder, and Fran confesses to her chief what she did and is ready to take the consequences, but her chief does not accept her confession, tells her to go back to work. She resigns, and the episode ends with her working at a zoo cleaning the alligator cages. So kind of irony there. This was sort of like an adventure of the week. Like I said, we have a clean slate after she's off the run from the mafia. Charlie was on the radio in her car with somebody listed on IMDb as Good Friend or Good Buddy, voiced by Steve Buscemi. I would like it if that became a running thing. Would be great to see him join the cast in a non-voice role. But other than that, this was a fine episode of TV. I'll give it a 7.2 out of 10, and I definitely look forward to next week.